The Kingdom of Paramithi is a wonderful new TV series full of all the things that children love: storytelling, dressing up and music. It's set in a storybook kingdom called Paramithi. And we have wonderful characters, a king, a queen, a butler and maid, whole towns full of people that love to put on a show. So lots of music, lots of fun, and we know children will just absolutely love it.
Hello and welcome to the Kingdom of Paramithi. It's so very nice to see you. I am Queen Isabella.
Hello, I am King John and it is lovely to see you.
It's a show all about fairy tales and castles and fantasy. Children, we know children love fairy tales, and Paul as director has brought fairy tales to the children in a way that's not threatening, very exciting and fun.
Yes, King John, your majesties will be presenting a medal. The Medal of Paramithi.
Every day there's a very special part of the show where there is a medal presentation, and children are awarded by the King and Queen a medal for something they've done very well.
And of course it's for simple things that in a children's life aren't so simple, like cleaning your teeth or making your bed or eating vegetables.
So it's a really great fun thing, and I know parents will love it, and kids will get a kick out of getting a medal from the King. So we love that idea, and there's a song that's attached to the medal presentation.
Medal presentation.
Medal presentation.
Paramithi or Paramithi is a Greek word that means fairy tale. And in Paramithi, you'll see fairy tales and folk tales every day. There's 30 episodes, so that's 30 different folk tales or fairy tales. At the core of each show, you'll see Cinderella maybe, or next day Little Red Riding Hood, folk tales that children love. They look forward to seeing Pinocchio the next day. But around those fairy tales or the folk tales is the goings-on in a castle.
Roar!
And Goldilocks ran out of the house and never, ever went into the forest again.
There's a real rich look to Paramithi in the costumes, in the settings. We have an actual horse and carriage. We're there in a sandstone castle. We go to all sorts of historical locations. So it's set in a time gone by that's familiar, but not the same to now. And that adds, I think, to that storybook look and feel to everything.
Come on a great adventure. Sing your favorite tunes.
Well, for the past 18 years, the Wiggles have been producing what I think is high-quality children's television. We've done our own shows, and of course, Dorothy the Dinosaur is a spin-off of the Wiggle Show, and all over the world, those shows have been very successful. I think spawning maybe sales of 25 million DVDs around the world, the Wiggles alone have done. Well, the last couple of years in Australia, in Sydney, where we live, we've built our own TV studio, and that's helped the Wiggles' quality and quality control. You know, we haven't outsourced anything. And the last probably series the Wiggles did was our best ever series, Series 6, and it's been rating through the roof in Australia, in Canada, and it's coming to the States and England very soon. Now, Paramithi, well, we thought we could produce another quality piece of children's television, use all the knowledge that we have about children's television and about children, because 3 of us are early childhood trained, use the child psychology that we know, and also add what we know about music and movement and the world of children and fairy tales.
Let's get the costumes to make this a fine show. We'll need the best of what Mario makes, with ribbons and lace and perhaps some fine feathers made with affection and notice to detail.
The music of Paramithi is alive and beautiful. It's orchestrated by Dom Lindsay, who's done a lot of Wiggles music over the years, and we have real instruments. We have strings, we have accordions, we have guitars, we have all the musical instruments of the orchestra, and we've drawn on some of the great composers for the music part of Paramithi. Sir Arthur Sullivan, the guys have written words to the music of Sir Arthur Sullivan and brought alive that beautiful music again from a past era that a lot of children would never have heard. Strauss, there's some Strauss waltzes in there, some Beethoven, Brahms, Bach, they're all in there and absolutely beautiful. So again, children are seeing something in an entertaining way that's going to educate them. It's beautiful music.
Never mind our royal duties, we have other work to do. Please Anthony's, I will tell the cast to get here fast, and they'll perform the show. There'll be costumes so delightful, and some that will be frightful. Boo!
And of course, the music is produced by Anthony. Anthony's produced all the Wiggles music over 18 years. And Wiggles music, of course, is part of the 23 to 25 million DVDs that have sold. And by themselves, the Wiggles have sold over 5 million CDs. So to me, Anthony's like the Timberland of early childhood music. So he's an amazing asset to have as a music producer. So you know, if Anthony's produced the music, it will engage children. They will love it. And of course, beyond that, the biggest thing that one of the biggest appeals the Wiggles music has is that adults also enjoy it. And we know that parents do enjoy watching a show with their children. And we know through this music and through these stories and costumes that parents will also enjoy it. They actually won't be wanting to switch it off in the car or at home. And I think that's a real asset.
I'll make the sound of running feet.
How will you make the sound of running feet?
By running on the spot.
Mais bien sûr!
Oopsie doops.
I think children watching The Kingdom of Paramithi will enjoy the show, but I think they'll come away enriched by the show. There's so much for them to take in visually. Beautiful costuming from another era, castles, visually stunning. The show's interactive, and we know children, the young child, love to be involved. They learn through involvement. They learn through actions. They learn through doing. So they're encouraged to dance along. They're encouraged to participate in the fairy tale. You know, where's Goldilocks? Come on, wake up, Papa Bear. You know, things like that. Always encouraged to be part of the show. I think their lives will be enriched by looking at a young child who they'll take the role of, who gets a medal during the show for making his bed. I think I'll make my bed. I might get a medal too. Things like that. The show will leave a child feeling good about themselves and feeling good about the characters, because it's a beautiful place to be, the Kingdom of Paramithi.